Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today I'll be doing 3 episodes, and time here is now 12:30 midnight. Very peaceful and quiet. My favorite time to do reviews. So hopefully you'll enjoy that too. And first episode, I'll do a list, then couple of other individual reviews. Why this list? Because people like list. Multiple fragrance in one video, always nice. And added bonus that today it's a kind of list that you can try this fragrance if you are into more mature women. I'll speak very civilized. I don't want to mention some cringy terms like, anything. But some of you actually do like, elder women. You have a crush on your teacher, sometimes in your professor, or maybe your senior, in your university. So to make an impression, you don't want to smell like an obnoxious guy who have no clue. You don't want to smell like super skanky oud. Those things don't work. Leather. Women don't like that. Women in general like freshness. They like sweet fragrances, and you'll get some idea when I show you these 15 fragrances. All of them I got compliments, and I'm not gonna say that these are a sure thing that you're gonna score women. That's just a horrible cheap term, but this kind of fragrances, they sort of like get attention from mature noses, mature ladies. You can give them a try. So let's see fragrances that I picked, and number one is a surprise. Number one is the reason why I'm doing this video, which is an older fragrance, but we'll see. I'll start, oh man, this far. I'll start with the fragrance number 15, the classic Versace Parfum, Versace's signature. This fragrance, some of you be like, really, this simple fragrance, this one, how so? I'll tell you one thing. You might think you need very complicated, niche, very dark, kind of like expensive perfume that you need to put on to impress her. Most of those fragrances never work on women. They do not appreciate something that is like a very dark patchouli or something smoky incense. Women like simplicity. Women like something that smells fresh and clean, and something sweet. So sweet and fresh. This is how I sorted out this list. This one fragrance, I'll tell you, when you put this on, no matter how many years it's been in the market, okay, when you put this on, when you go near women, they just say you smell very fresh, masculine, handsome. And trust me, you want to hear those words, you're going to feel so happy. So imagine you get those kind of compliments with Versace Parfum. This is definitely approved by me. Number 15. Number 14, I'm going to go with, let's show some freshes. I got noticed from this fragrance when I brought this first time in Bangladesh in 2016 when I traveled from Malaysia to Dhaka. I had a 60 ml vintage bottle. I got compliments or looks rather from younger crowds also. One fine day, one mature lady when we went for car shopping, like car hunting, I was in a big showroom, okay? I had Dior Sauvage on me. Yeah, that's the fragrance. And this perfume, it was projecting like miles. There's another lady far down there, like further down in the hall or something. She was looking, wherever I was going, she was just looking. And I know there was no one else in the room. And I had that weird hair and all that. But anyway, perhaps it was the hair, who knows. But Dior Sauvage, trust me, still works. Smells fresh, clean, a little bit masculine, a little bit ambroxan, a little bit of this pink peppery sort of vibe. Sauvage always works. If you want to go Sauvage Elixir, I don't know about that one. It smells a little bit like not really safe for ladies' attention. That's something more masculine, wear for yourself. But Dior Sauvage, it's a fragrance that works. It's an approved DNA by Dior. It's a great fragrance. Okay, Dior Sauvage, number 14. Number 13, some big bottles. Next one is Acqua di Profumo. So this one, why is it here? Usually, I would suggest if you, let's say, want to impress your teacher or someone, let's say your lady boss or something, I would say vintage Acqua di or Essenza, but those vintages are gone. Essenza is discontinued. The next best thing is this, Profumo. Very masculine, fresh, spicy. This is the new non-magnetic cap, which I don't like, but it still smells great. It smells spicy, it smells masculine and fresh. That's it, simple fragrance. It's one of the best fragrances to wear for work and office. So let's say you have a colleague you have a crush on. You can wear this and she doesn't like very show-off kind of fragrance. Like a masculine statement, but not doing too much. This is the fragrance. It's expensive, but it has good longevity, good projection, and very up-class vibe. Okay, Acqua di Profumo. Number 13. This next fragrance is huge. And trust me, when Jeremy mentioned this, he was not wrong. I got compliments from this. And I actually got asked what you're wearing. It smells great. I thought at first this doesn't really perform, but it does. This is Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. After a long time showing you, the bottle is almost finishing, I think. I have about 10 ml left. Need to get a 150 ml bottle. This one, again, simple fragrance. A lot of musk in it. like freshness of the Chanel Allure Sport, like Versace Parfum got the Neroli, but mostly it gets very sweet, musky, and that's it. It's a sweet fragrance, kind of like an orangey vibe. When I put this on, I mean, at first I thought this fragrance is too simple, but ladies, they love this. It's one of those magic potions. You know, definitely can try Allure Sport or Extreme. I think this one projects the most. This is why I'm picking it up. Edition Blanche is also great, but Au Extreme is one of the best for compliments. Next one. This fragrance, I thought about it. Should I put it here? It's a kind of like a youthful fragrance. A lot of youngsters like it. But then I got noticed from this fragrance from many age group, men, women. But compliments never hurt. You know, people when they ask you what you're wearing smells nice because you know you're projecting. That's called Bleu. This fragrance works. If you like blue fragrances, if you think Sauvage is a bit too expensive and doesn't perform with the recent batches, go for it. I rate this higher than Sauvage now. If you ask about the recent batches of Sauvage, paying $100-something versus this is a no-brainer, okay? Beautiful, fruity, blue, projects a lot. Amazing fragrance. This one, just you have to have it. Even a small bottle, try it. Then you'll see the magic of Bleu by Versace, one of the best from this house. So I lost track already the numbers, but I'll show you next like that. Next one is Prada Amber Pour. This discontinued gem. I heard it got discontinued and broke my heart. This is one of my most favorite fragrances. I will not lie to you. I did not get so many compliments from a lot of people, but though the times that people ask me what you're wearing smells very handsome and very clean, like a fresh like soap or something. This is exactly what this is. This is like a soap in a bottle. It has some amber, some spices. Amber is a fantasy note, but man, this fragrance smells like the beautiful blue skies. You know, you have fresh laundry out there, white shirts, everything's clean, fresh, and it projects, lasts a long time. This is the best Prada fragrances, period, okay? This smells like a real man who is clean, okay? And ladies love that, okay? Cleanliness, smells fresh. These are some of the categories like win-win, okay? So Prada Amber Pour. After that, it's so down in the order for a reason because I am sort of like ranking freshies. Then I'm going to more darker ones. Next one is Bleu de Chanel. Any version that you get, all good. EDC, EDP, Parfum. But why I show Parfum? It's a little bit more mature. It's a little bit more dense. And I like the intensity of it. This fragrance, it's a little bit in a different league. It's like a niche version of Bleu de Chanel. I do love that fragrance, Bvlgari's Tiger. I think this is the same level. If you talk about the smell, it's same posh fragrance, but the performance is crazy on the Bvlgari, okay? But Bvlgari, I did not get that much attention. I just enjoy wearing it myself. But Bleu de Chanel, every time, anywhere you wear it, you know, in the lift, imagine you're like going up in the lift and you just applied it freshly like 10-15 minutes ago and you'll be projecting. And if there are girls, if there are ladies in the lift, they will appreciate whoever's smelling that great. This is one of the best designer perfumes ever, okay? Bleu de Chanel Parfum. See, both Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel made it, no complaints. Next, let's go a little bit sweeter and darker. Next one is this one, Valentino Vomo. This is a new version. You cannot get the older ones anymore. Those are gone. This fragrance still rocks. Some of you be like, where is the Valentino Vomo Intense? Isn't that your favorite? Yes, it's my favorite. It got more chocolate, more leather, more intensified vibe. But this one gives me the sexy sort of like a, you know, it's not overplayed. It's right in the middle. You know, they have the Acqua, they have some of the other versions, you know. But this one right here, you just wait, it smells like a chocolate. It's just something yummy. You just like a bakery, you just like an iris, you know, sort of that mix. And then it just smells so posh, elegant, rich. You know, today I'm not showing you Dior Intense because that's rich. So is this, okay? Just because this Valentino, people don't talk about it that much. It's as good as Dior Homme, that kind of fragrance, okay? So Valentino Vomo, definitely check it out. I think this fragrance will get great attention if they can smell you. Next one, compliment beast for me, and sadly it's discontinued. I'm gonna buy a backup bottle. Cartier Declaration Don't Soir. Valentine's Day is coming up. This is gonna make the list. Every year it makes the list. The rose, pink pepper, and sandalwood. Unbelievable longevity. Compliments, and mostly the theme today, mature ladies love this. This rose here made my mind like to think differently. I went to buy La Nuit de l'Homme, and I did not buy any of those. I bought this one that day, okay? I picked it over La Nuit de l'Homme, okay? So this has to be something has to be special. If you never sniffed it, get this fragrance. It's so good. It's so good. And I don't like really rose that much, but this one is a different league of rose. Cartier Declaration Soir, amazing fragrance. Let's keep going. I think we have 6 left. I have to include this Dolce Gabbana The One. Okay, this is the EDP version, more dense, a little bit more boozy. I say boozy, but it's not really boozy. It's like more like a tobacco cigar feel. It's just sweet. It's very sweet. It's thick, kind of like a syrupy kind of experience, but it's the coziness. Let's say you're dating a woman. Maybe she's a writer. I saw this movie called what's that movie called? I watched in Malaysia just before I left. I remember the song. I can't remember the movie name. Wait. I can't remember. There's Aishwarya Rai, and then there was Rishi Kapoor's son in it. Those from India, they would know. That movie, he has Anushka Sharma. Anyway, that movie, what happens is he falls in love with Anushka, but then, she marries someone else, and he tried to sort of like rebound thing with Aishwarya, who is much more aged than him, but there was this cool thing going on. This fragrance reminds me of that scenario, okay? Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, that's the movie name. I love that movie. I love the songs. Arijit Singh, amazing. So this fragrance, I'm not saying this is a naughty perfume, but I imagine a little bit of maturity, a little bit of sexiness, a little bit of tension between the two, because you are two from different generations, but it works. You are like this jumpy guy, you are this happy guy, childish. Ladies love that sometimes. This is that fragrance. So put a little bit more maturity on you. You will love this area. Dolce & Gabbana, The One EDP. Next one, when we talk about sexiness, this one is always high up in my list. This still is a legend, okay? Some people say it's not relevant today, it's gone, reformulated. Don't listen to them. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male. Now, if you wanna go for a date and you put this on, so much masculinity you're gonna wear, you're gonna put so much confidence. This fragrance, out of respect, I'll tell you, not just for this review, I love this perfume. The mint, lavender, the vanilla, and then there's some other notes, tonka beans and stuff. It's just a beautiful, beautiful opening. You feel like it's gonna be freshy, but then it turns out to be a powdery fragrance. And this Le Male, it has worked for decades. People loved it. It was a top seller. I still think this one has my respect. That's why it's so high up in the order. Number 5, Le Male by Jean Paul Gaultier. Amazing fragrance if you're going out on a date with a little bit mature women. Next one, Bvlgari Man In Black. Okay, don't mind this bottle. This is a special edition, all blacks edition. Too expensive, too rare. Just get normal Man In Black, which is getting a bit rare. But man, this fragrance has power. This fragrance has spices. I was gonna put Spice Bomb. Where is this? Where's my Spice Bomb? It's there somewhere. But this, some people love Spice Bomb more, but Spice Bomb is a little bit of a teenager, a bit youthful vibe. This is the man in a suit, beard. It smells like a real man, like a Viking. This man smells like a little bit floral, tuberose, kind of like a leather, booze, rum. So you're that man, mysterious man for the nighttime. Bvlgari Man In Black is a winner. One of the sexiest fragrances ever. Write it down. This is Bvlgari's masterpiece, Man In Black. Number 3, number 2, number 1. Pure Havane by Thierry Mugler. Get this fragrance, thank me later. Smells of like a pure manliness. Q1 Havana cigar and stuff like that. Even if you're a young guy, it smells like a rich person. When you put this on, when you walk through people can smell you and they will look at you differently. I was going to put Naxos, but Naxos is a bit too expensive. Pure Havane getting a bit rare, getting expensive, but still, this list, this fragrance belongs to. Sexiness in a bottle. Pure Havane, definitely check it out. Amazing creation by Mugler. Number 2, I was not going to miss out on La Nuit de l'Homme. Yes, it's not the best performer out there. It's not the beast mode, but just carry an atomizer. You're just entering a hall. Think of the scenario. You're entering a hall wedding, something going on. Entering the hall, walking around, and then you notice there's some really beautiful women. Maybe a lady who's divorced, or maybe a single lady, and you have an interest in her. You just want to talk. You don't need fragrance always. You need confidence, good skills of communication. But at the same time, this fragrance at the back, it's complementing or giving you sort of like a support, massive support. You're gonna smell like spicy. Why people love La Nuit de l'Homme? Simply is because the way it smells. That bergamot, the cardamom, the chocolatey vibe, the lavender a little bit. It's like a magic combination. It's the right combination of the lock. Okay, when you can unlock the lock, This is the fragrance, okay? You can go with El Nuit by Albayt Al Dimashqi, great alternative or great layering purpose, but La Nuit de L'Homme on its own, I would rate it so highly, okay, for this list. It's a fragrance Mark recommended for elder ladies, okay? La Nuit de L'Homme by YSL. So what's my number one? And I told you it's gonna be a surprise, kind of like a fragrance nobody will see coming. Beating all these fragrances, this is the fragrance that got me the ideal. I'm gonna regret this because she is gonna watch it and she did not like my topic. I told her about it, she didn't like it, but I got attention from someone very rich. Like, I didn't know her. She came with her bodyguards and stuff at one time. She passed me by and she was very, very pretty. I'm gonna regret this tomorrow. And then she kept looking, and I'm not the most good looking guy. I had the weird hair, I had the mohawk and all that, a crazy one, but that's not the reason. This was the reason. Invictus Intense by Paco Rabanne. And I'm putting this as a, like a, let's say, pay tribute or respect to Mr. Paco Rabanne, who passed away recently. Rest in peace, sir. You have given us a lot of great work. I am into perfumes, so I got to try your perfumes. Love your house. A lot of people find this house childish and whatnot, but Paco Rabanne, great house. A lot of respect. Love this house. And this is one of those fragrances. I could pick any Invictus, but this is the one that's a little bit more mature, boozy, sweet, kind of like a tobacco. A lot of things going on. Very sweet, very base mode. Get it. Invictus Intense. This is the kind of fragrance you need to build your confidence. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you like the content and the next two as well, which are going to be individual reviews. Take care. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.